Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm at the Woodsrunner school, and with me, flanked, I've got Mark Dejong and Joshua Barnes. Joshua Barnes is one of the owners of the Woodsrunner school, and Mark Dejong is from Off-Grid Medic. And I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about what they do and why they're here today.
Go ahead, Mark.
My name is Mark Dejong. I'm the founder and owner of Off-Grid Medic LLC. We are a medical education company. We travel the United States teaching programs in wilderness first aid, wilderness first responder, and also wilderness medic upgrades for folks who are already licensed and or certified through their state entity. In the role today, we are serving as a safety net. The activities that you're going to witness in this video should not be attempted without a tremendous amount of planning. These are dangerous activities, and obviously we are doing this for educational purposes. We don't want to see anyone ever get hurt for real. So, Josh, I'll pass it on to you.
I'm Joshua Barnes. I'm the founder and director of operations here at the Woodsrunner School of Self-Reliance. We're out of Clinton, South Carolina, and exactly what Mark was saying, we teach survival skills, traditional skills, and woods lore here at the Woodsrunner School. Madison reached out to us, and we're going to help her with the video today, the information we're going to give you guys, and that's what we're here for. We're here to be her safety net and to help her along through her scenario today.
One of the things that we're going to start off with today is we're going to look at the effects of cold water on manual dexterity. So we are going to begin with some manual dexterity tests at 41, which feels like 36, and then afterwards we're going to do some experimenting with some really cold water back here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to demonstrate the effects of cold temperatures on manual dexterity in life.
Yeah, and taking it back, what we do here at the school is the reason why we teach these skills is because we cannot prevent things that you're going to see today from happening. What we can do is help you to overcome those situations. So that's what the school is established for, to be able to teach you the proper skills and the proper mindset to be able to handle these situations. So
now, what am I going to do? I'm going to be the victim. So let's get back here. Let's get started dunking my hands in the water, and let's get cold.
All right, so the first exercise that we're going to do this morning is just simply a manual dexterity test. Again, 45-degree ambient temperature outside, core temperature 98.6 roughly. First thing that we're going to do is just the old manual test of touching fingers to pinkies, etc. We can see that we can do that without any problems at all. Madison, if you would, pull out your lighter, strike it, hold the flame for about 3 seconds. Okay. Ferro rod, throw some sparks. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I have a figure-8 knot. Really, I do. I have a figure-8 knot in here. What I need you to do is I need you to untie that figure-8 knot and then tie a square knot. Right.
See, left over. No, that's left over right, and then right over left.
There you go.
I was trying to do it with the same thing.
Ta-da! Beautiful
Ta-da.
square knot. Beautiful square knot. All right, so again, ambient temperature, all systems are go. We don't have any real environmental impacts on our motor skills yet, and everything's working as it should be. So, with that being said, would you please immerse your hands into the 45-degree water.
1 minute.
For 1 minute.
I have to pee. This is cold.
It is cold. It is cold. A lot of people don't think about 45 degrees being cold until you're in a liquid medium. Then it really does become cold.
I don't know if I can explain to you how cold this. I mean, this is cold.
And this is localized. This is only the hands at this point.
And I'm up to about a little bit past my wrist. And actually, it's like stinging right now. There's a moderate amount of pain on like a level of 1 to 10. I would say it's probably somewhere in like a 4 to 5, maybe a 6 range right now.
There's some really neat physiology that's happening at the cellular level too. Right now, the body is actually starting to shunt the blood or redirect the blood away from these extremities back to the core. I can actually already see your forearm starting to shiver, and that is a sign that the body is going through some distress, and what it's doing is it's trying to compensate for that. The body is always going to try to protect its core. And time check here.
About 7 seconds.
All right, we got 7 seconds to go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight into the exact same thing. So let's look at the manual dexterity test. We're still good there. All
Okay.
right, let's do the lighter test. All right, let's do the ferro rod test. All right, and we'll do the rope test.
I can tell you, I mean, I can feel a noticeable difference,
And that's only after 60 seconds.
and this is only after 60 seconds.
Exactly.
There we go.
All right. Nice square knot. Pretty much no discernible difference as far as time and activity. Now let's go for, you want to go for 2 or 3?
We're going to go for 3.
All right, next time we're going for 3 minutes. And
3 minutes. I think the part that it really hurts is the fingertips. Trying to use your fingertips for manual dexterity.
That's the smallest area. And again, what the body is doing is it's actually cutting that blood supply off, and it's redirecting that blood back up toward the core. This is a compensatory mechanism that the body does to save its core.
There's some pain involved.
Oh, there is. There is.
There's pain. I have to say that agony, misery, and discomfort is a huge motivator.
But it's very important, and obviously tons of respect for actually going through this so that you can experience what your body does and how you react, because the reaction for you might be different from my reaction, might be different from Josh's reaction.
And there's another thing that has to be said, is that this is still water. This is not moving water. If it's moving water, it's basically like a wind chill. Your heat is being drawn out even faster. This is just still water. So if you're in a river or something like that, or if you're trying to swim to safety or move to safety, your heat's being
Wicked away.
wicked away. What you got, Josh?
Yeah, about 30 more seconds.
30 seconds.
And again, this is an experiment that's being done in a very controlled environment. This is not something to go out and freelance.
Okay.
That's going to be it.
3 minutes.
All right, 3 minutes. All right, manual dexterity test. Still good there. Excellent. All right, lighter test.
It's a lot harder.
Let's do ferro rod.
Grip strength is a lot less.
Okay. All right, knot test. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. You want to go for 5?
We're going for 5.
Let's go for 5.
Okay, let me get it set up here for you guys. And start.
All right. 5 minutes.
All right, I'm stepping here just a second.
Sure.
What we'll talk about, what we're doing here is what you're seeing is you see the body, how it's going to react. Right now, you're looking at the hands below, and you think about full immersion, it's going to change up some things. What we always tell people when we teach these methods, we do stress-induced challenges even at the school here, is we tell to make sure you have things on your person, not just in your backpack, not just whatever, because you can lose that if you fall in the water. But if you have these things so you can make a readily available fire, so you can make a readily available shelter to bring your body temperature back up quickly, so you don't go into a hypothermic situation. And that's what we're doing here is Madison is demonstrating this today to show you guys. Like I said, Mark again says, do not try this at home. And you got to think about the whole body. This is just the hands here. And she's starting to actually shiver the body just because her hands are cold. Think about the whole entire body being immersed in water of this temperature, what it's going to cause you to do. You're going to lose a lot of things that's going to start messing with the psyche as well. So it's pretty cold, right?
I would say right now the pain is probably somewhere in like a 7 or 8 level. I mean, it's not unbearable, but it hurts.
Another thing too, you guys can't see, I can see down to her knees here, and her knees are starting to shake just from the coldness of the water itself. And I can start to see the different coloration in her arms starting to change. They're starting to turn a bluish purple color. Guys, we teach this, and this is proven. A 50-degree day being sweaty and it goes to a 40 or 30-degree night is setting you up for hypothermic situation. This is definitely a day that you need to be well prepared for being wet or having an accident. If you people know kind of where you've been, you know, you told somebody where you're going, even you could even maybe possibly even you lose your phone, it gets wet, it doesn't work, you can't call for help. You've got to be able to help yourself, and that's the whole purpose of what we're doing here. And everybody reacts different. Everybody. I have a whole lot more tolerance probably for cold than other people do, but yeah, 5 minutes is a long time. What you guys are seeing right now is an involuntary jerk of the body trying to warm her body, the core body temperature. Her core body temperature has got to be lower now than what it was when she started. Definitely.
Even though this is just a localized area.
Yes.
I mean, the pain in my fingertips is crazy. Yeah.
Is that getting there?
We're going to show them a close-up here. If you guys can see it, I'm going to touch her arm right here. You guys can see how much coloration has changed just in her arm.
The what do they call that? Capillary?
Capillary.
Yep.
Yep, capillary refill.
And all it is just a simple slip and a fall, guys, into a creek that caused this.
20 seconds. Dexterity test again. Look at the discoloration that's going on here. And this is nothing more. This is where the hands were actually touching, and this is where they're not. And if you look how slow that capillary refill time is.
Yeah,
normal is under.
Go ahead and do it again.
Normal is under 2 seconds. We're probably hitting about 4 here. So, all right, let's do the manual dexterity test. Actually, very, very good with that. How does that feel, though?
It's very slow. It's very hard to do.
All right, let's do the lighter test.
Like I said, grip strength it's severely diminished.
Try that with your left hand instead of your right.
I think I might have got it wet.
All right.
Try this one.
Notice we have a backup lighter even. See? Makes sense, right?
And that hurts. That hurts on the thumb even.
All right, let's do the ferro rod test. Still pretty good with that. And let's do the fine motor skill test.
Okay. Like I said, my fingertips actually they're painful. I mean, not like super duper painful or anything like that, but it's noticeably difficult. Okay.
All right. How do you feel?
Let's do another one.
You want to do another one?
We'll do one more.
Sure.
Yeah.
How far you want to push it?
Let's do like another 3.
So you want to go 8 minutes total?
No, like 3. We'll do like either a 3 or 5 minutes. Tell me when it's 3 minutes.
Okay.
And then.
And again, Madison is only immersed to about right here in the arm.
My legs are getting tired from shivering so much, man.
So, why are the legs shivering if we're experiencing a cold problem with the hands? And the answer is because it's a compensatory mechanism. The body's picking up on the cold temp in the upper extremities, and that blood that's being circulated through there is actually cooling the core down. So the shivering is an involuntary response to the core temperature dropping. So even cold hands, cold head, cold feet can actually cause a systemic effect, even though it's only a localized area that we think is actually being affected. Systolic pressure is about 150. However, with Madison standing up, that has the tendency to throw it off too. And keep in mind that blood pressure is actually one of the last things that is affected. One of the first things that's affected is the pulse rate and the respiratory rate. So,
What was my pulse rate? Did you get it?
pulse rate now, you're probably right around 100 now.
And what was I when I was resting?
Baseline was 76, 78. So again, this is the body compensating for this localized stressor by jacking that heart rate up, jacking up the respiratory rate, redirecting blood to the core, and doing the involuntary shivering to try to heat up the body's furnace. So let's look at that capillary refill time now.
Oh my goodness gracious me. It's at about 6 or 7 seconds.
It's still not back to normal. So yeah, this is, so you can see what is happening is all of these blood vessels have actually constricted to the point where the blood is actually being pushed away from this area. All right, let's do dexterity. There we go.
Oh my God.
All right.
That is...
What is 117 minus 8?
117 minus 8, 109.
Okay. All right, let's do the lighter test.
I think that one's dead. All right.
Okay, let's do the ferro rod test. Okay, and we'll do the fine motor skills test.
It's like my mind is moving, but my my fingers won't. It's
It's a good solid knot though. All right, I think that we have demonstrated that even with something localized, we can still end up with an effect up here as well. Just like Madison said, she felt like her mind is moving, but her hands just didn't really want to cooperate.
It's painful.
Yep,
It is painful.
It is painful. All right, we're going to conclude this section right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get you warmed back up.
All right, guys. What Madison has done, she has went from the cold water to actual fire that we had established here at base camp this morning. And one of the things I want you guys to remember is when you actually go to warm yourself, if you do make a survival fire or all-weather fire, to instantaneously try to warm yourself, make sure you don't get close to the fire. I felt down about how far Madison needed to be towards the fire, because if you cannot feel the heat, you can actually burn yourself. The heat on your hands.
Well, I can feel the heat on my hands,
Yeah.
but it actually hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually hurts to warm back up.
The proper textbook method to rewarm these extremities like this is actually skin-to-skin contact.
Yep.
I find that taking them and putting them underneath my
Armpit.
armpits helps. However, you also want to make sure that you're not cooling down your armpits at the same time. So it's kind of,
Turn those hands over, get the other side too. Yeah, keep working your functions.
Yep. Use your
Move
function.
them, get them back up to working.
You have a lot of blood vessels on the back of the hand that are exposed. These aren't, so you can actually get that longer wave radiation in the back.
Continuously be working them. I know it hurts, but you've got to get that blood flow back going to the tips of your fingers there. Wiggle your fingers too. Can you wiggle?
Yeah.
There you go. Wiggle.
Yeah.
They're working. Yeah.
Dexterity gets severely diminished.
And let's face it, anything in the wild that affects your dexterity or your ability to remain mobile turns into an immediate life threat.
You guys can see it's cool out here this morning. So, all right.
That's the most beautiful granny knot I've ever seen in my life.
Was it right over right? Right over right?
Yes.
I have two right hands.
Let me show you something.
I hate you.
Cut.
You couldn't have rolled with
All
that?
right, you ready? Here we go. A minute.
have to pee. And I don't want to throw a spoiler alert out there, but you guys want to stick around for the rest of the video when I go full immersion.